We argue and fight about the same things. I'm losing my mind trying to maintain. I hate to complain about the small things that we can't change. Same thing, you're happy, I'm mad about the same thing. Where were you last night now that things change? I hate to place blame on the small things that we can't change. The smoke in your eyes, I love to get high. Been drinking all night, don't dare me to drive. I do the most, you're just getting by. I'm better alone, stop asking me why. I know you're the same, just look at the signs. Drinking is joy, so I'm mixing rides. Then I'm going out to party tonight. Said I'm going out to party tonight. Line me up so my cup don't set me up. Hot as hell with that smell of mental up. Back room getting bathroom nasty. And you were with that guy in the front and back seat. Same thing.
Welcome to the Now or Never show. I am your host with All Consuming Filming, Kimberly Trapani. It is my pleasure to announce Elijah333 and introduce. Welcome.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good. I am introducing you as a musical artist. You are dropping a record in May. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I'm dropping the record, same thing. I had music out in the past, but this is my new rollout. So we're about to get things going, and this summer's about to be turned. It's about to be fun.
I have to ask you before we get into it, how did you get your name, Elijah333?
So my name is Elijah, and I always liked my name. I wanted to keep my name, but also add another aspect to it. And 3 has always been a number that's popped up throughout my life. And for me, it means basically keeping your mind, body, and soul aligned and on the path that's meant for you. And so everything's happening 3, and yeah, there we go.
That's awesome, Elijah. And I understand you are an artist from Ohio. Please tell me about where you grew up and what you learned.
So I grew up kind of all over the place. I moved around a lot as a kid. I lived in Pennsylvania, is where I spent like most of my childhood up until I was about 12. And then I moved to Columbus, Ohio, and that's where I really started to kind of get into music more. I'd always been into music, but that's when I started developing myself, is when I lived in Columbus. Yeah.
And you're in California now, and I saw you shot a couple of music videos, and you're dropping this record in your release. How did you get into music?
Well, I mean, honestly, ever since I could remember, I always loved singing, and I always loved just being like a performer, really. And so my grandfather, he played guitar and had a band, a cover band, did a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire type of music. So that's kind of what I got into first. And yeah, really, as long as I could remember, it's always just been around me, whether it's my family or just me finding and picking up records on my own. It's been
It's definitely a different world. When I was a kid, it was streaming. It wasn't streaming. It was playing those records, those 45s. How do you think the world has transformed to digital streaming, and is it a way of your future?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of inevitable. You know, things keep evolving and growing as time goes on. So it's like, it's just, yeah, it's the future, it's the present. I mean, it's here, so we gotta move accordingly. But I still I like the CDs. I think for some records, I'll be having some hard copies for the folks. We just gotta make it like a special bundle or something, because streaming is really, that's everything right now. I mean, I remember back when I first started listening to music, having the Lil Wayne, like Carter 2, Carter 3 CDs, and then it went to the iPod, and ever since then, it's just, yeah.
Absolutely, Elijah. And I'm starting to get into your song. Can you tell us about your song a little bit? And the one that's coming out, same thing. Did you write it? And what does it mean?
Yeah. So I wrote that. I write all of my music. Um, I like collaborating with producers. If someone has a word here or there, maybe I'll throw it in. But for the most part, everything's coming from my mind, and it really means it's about a relationship that I was in and getting out of, and kind of going back and forth with that person and arguing and fighting about the same things. Like in the sense, it's like you're going out, like they're going out to party tonight, and I'm going out to party tonight because I'm not about to sit here at home while you're having all the fun and shit. I'm just thinking about you. So it's kind of it's a story of pettiness, but it's also more than that because when I was recording it, I was thinking about the relationship, but more so just about how everyone always has their own perspective, and whether it's war or it's like something small, like just a small disagreement, it's based on perspective, and usually we're arguing about the same thing. It's like, yeah,
It's interesting. We're going to hear it in a little while, but it's interesting because many people thought we wouldn't mix and match. You got Miss Drug Epidemic playing, liking the Elijah333, same thing, and talking about the partying aspect. It's perfect for one of my movie scenes, I gotta tell you. And
right.
can you tell me how you compose your music and where do the ideas come from?
All right. So most of the time, it's usually it's an idea that just comes up in my head that I might save for later, and then I evolve on that, whether that be writing on it or freestyling it in the studio. It depends, but the ideas always come from life. It's really life comes first because it's that's what we make the music about, or that's what I make my music about. Whether it's something that I'm going through or something that I've gone through. Sometimes it'll be multiple situations put together. Like usually, if I'm talking about like a specific person, like a girl, for example, like it may be a couple relationships that I had, and it's just those experiences put together into the art. But
What are some of the other songs that you're writing and that you're going to be releasing and playing? Can you talk about that?
oh man, well, I mean, a lot of stuff's on the low right now, but I got a song called Hurricane that's gonna be a smash. It's very rock based. I got some ballad type of stuff. Ah, man, it's gonna be exciting. I want everyone to stay tuned because there's a lot of sounds that I can't get out in one record. And same thing, it has a lot of those different aspects to it, like the rock and the hip hop with the pop type of sound. But like Hurricane, watch out for that one. Firestarter, that's another rock record. I got man, there's all kinds of stuff. Needs to know. This that's a hard question because yeah, we don't want to say too much, but
Absolutely, and I get it. And when I was rolling out some films, we weren't talking about it. We wanted no spoiler alerts, so I get that wholeheartedly. And talking about reality, can you tell me a little bit about, have you had a normal life, or is there some sort of things in your life where it hasn't been so good?
yeah, I mean, well, I feel like I have had a normal life, but also everyone's kind of had it's perspective. So it's like everyone's had a normal life in essence, but it's definitely not been normal. Like I've had my fair share of struggles. People passing away, people yeah, people going down wrong paths, and me almost going with them, but fortunately picking the right path. 333, and yeah, I mean, it's definitely been struggles. It's like even now, nothing's perfect.
Yeah,
But we gotta make the most out of
absolutely. The last 5 years haven't really been normal, but it's given us all a chance as artists to regroup and come together in a different way. Can you tell me a little bit about who your audience is?
My audience is really people who people who are looking for a refresh, people who are looking for just someone to feel what they're feeling, you know? Like I feel like a lot of people aren't really down to earth nowadays. It's all about money or clout, and I mean, of course, that's like who doesn't like money, you know, and who doesn't like attention here and there, but it's really more about life stuff. It's like if you can relate to what I've gone through, and I've gone through the same things that any other person has gone through, you know, everyone has their own unique experiences, but that's what I'm pushing. Like
Yes.
just my audience is the lost souls and the people who aren't lost, but just really wanting to hear someone coming from the planet Earth, you know, like people acting like they're not even from this universe. I'm here for the people. That's the vibe.
Absolutely. And the thing is to get your record all around the world and try to help you. How can we help you?
Well, first off, definitely help by streaming this record coming out. Same thing, Elijah333. It's gonna be on all platforms. Follow me on social media, Elijah with 2J's 333, and really just share, push it to your friends, your family. It's like anywhere that you think could use a good vibe, you know, maybe turn on the speaker, turn up the volume, and have some fun. It's like really just really have fun with it and listen to it, feel the words, and yeah, share those ideas with me. What do you think about it? You know, let me know what you want to hear next. Let me know what you feel about it. That's what's helpful, you know.
Do you like to dance?
I like to dance, but I'm not a dancer, I would say. I mean, I can dance, but it's more like my own vibe. You know, it's like I turn up in my own kind of way, and so.
Well, we're going to listen to your song and we're going to hear the full song. I want you to do what you normally do. If you want to perform for us while we're listening or dance around, that's fine. I'm really getting into it. It's a special song. It's amazing. And when we're done, when we come back from listening to Elijah's song, we're going to dig a little deeper into Elijah333.
I love to get high. Been drinking all night, don't dare me to drive. I do the most, you're just getting by. I'm better alone, stop asking me why. I know you're the same, just look at the signs. Drinking is dark, so I'm mixing lights. Said I'm going out to party tonight. Said I'm going out to party tonight. Line me up, fill my cup, don't set me up. Hot as hell with the smell of metal up. Back room, getting bathroom nasty. You were with that guy in the front and back seat. Same thing. We argue and fight, not the same things. I'm losing my mind, trying to maintain. I hate to complain about the small things that we can't change. Same thing. You're happy, I'm mad about the same thing. Where were you last night? Now that things change. I hate to place blame on the small things that we can't change. Yeah, pledge allegiance to the dawn and see the oath. Yeah, I'm not leaving till I'm leaving with us both. Yeah, cause we're not even till I sweep you off the floor. Yeah, but be here before you move it like it goes. Cause this entanglement is more than people need to know. Same thing, you're happy, I'm mad. I hate to place blame on the small things that I can't change.
That is awesome! Woohoo!
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good. Yeah.
I love to dance, and I gotta tell you, it's super fun jamming with you, and we are amazed that you are coming out, and you gotta make sure you tell me when you're performing so I can like blog you and things.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tour?
Yeah, we'll be doing some tour stuff coming up. I can't really say too much on that, but definitely stay tuned. Yeah, I'm gonna be moving around a lot, and we're gonna be having some fun. We're gonna be on the road and making some moves, and just even beyond touring, just doing shows here and there, like Columbus. I'm gonna have to come back to my hometown. Um, yeah, we're gonna be all over the place. Yeah.
That's awesome. I know it's a lot to go around the world and go around this to the different states, and in this time where we have a different world, but we often give the world messages through our lyrics. What slogan or tagline do you have for your audience?
Um, really, the tag would be. I don't even know if I should put the number in there, 3, but the meaning behind the 3. And I think I said it earlier is keeping your mind, body, and soul healthy and on the right path. Basically, keeping that balance, holding holding yourself accountable for your dreams and your creativity, and yeah, making sure that you do what you have to do to get where you need to be. Because anything's possible. And yeah, that's it, really.
Absolutely. And I say this often, if I had a dollar for every person that would told me that I wasn't going to be anything or make a movie, I'd be a trillionaire. Can you tell me about a lesson you possibly learned in your lifetime that you would want to share with your audience?
Oh man, it's, it's so many, but I'd say a lesson I learned is trusting myself, because even when people have opinions and people think they know what's best for you, like they only see what you're either allowing them to see or just what they've been given access to see. They don't know the inner workings of your mind and your life, and a lot of the times we know what's best for ourselves, and we just we don't act on it because other people may tell us this or that. But if you feel it, and that's what you really get, like that's the vibe you're really getting, then it's probably right. You just got to trust yourself. That's the biggest lesson, or one of the biggest lessons I've learned, trusting myself. Yeah.
You're dropping the same thing. You're right. You're dropping Hurricane. You have all these songs you're going to be performing. Is there anything that you have to do in your lifetime, in your career, that you haven't done?
Well, I definitely want to do I want to be on a world tour for sure. Um, I want to travel the world and see all my supporters, all the people who haven't even heard of me yet, who are gonna be supporting. I want to see you, and I want to yeah, I want to enjoy basically life, travel. I mean, I already travel a lot, but that's one of the biggest things for me, is just seeing the entire world, and what better way to do it than doing what I love, making music and connecting with people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And being a producer of a film company, we do the films, but we have to appreciate music as well. And we're nothing without that co-partnership of music. Is
Yeah.
there anybody in entertainment that you could say that you would want to work with, whether it be film or an author or a song artist, that you may want to work with in the future and can?
I think if we're talking about, hmm, I in terms of actors and actresses, I think Zendaya would be someone cool to work with. I like her vibe. and the type of energy she likes to project. And if we're talking about for filming something, low key, I kind of want to say like a short film by like Quentin Tarantino would be pretty hard. Um, Cole Bennett, that's another person. He's film, but he's also music, kind of leaning towards. But he does probably some of the hardest videos in the game. So that's someone on the film side. And yeah, there's a lot of people, but I'd say Quentin Tarantino. He probably has some of my favorite directing, like his eye and just the vibes that he brings to his films. I like a lot. Um,
Absolutely. And when you're dropping same thing on May 10th, can you tell me about that? What goes into dropping a release and where will you be performing?
yeah, so right now I'm in LA. I'm about to be traveling out to Chicago. I'm gonna be a part of a special event. We're gonna keep that secret for now, but you guys will see pretty soon. But I'm gonna be performing all over the place: Columbus, LA. Um,
On stage in
yeah,
venues?
on stage at venues, and I'm gonna be hosting some events as well. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting some local talent in Columbus together, and I'm gonna have everyone perform and drop my song, of course. I'm also really just really just doing a run. Gonna be hitting interviews like we're doing right now. Gonna be just making moves, getting things rolling, talking and networking with people. You know, trying to connect with the audience that I'm building and get that feedback, that back and forth communication to where we can make the best product and have everyone be happy with what's released in the future and currently. Or not just released, but the way that it's put out, like what kind of visuals you want to see and all that. We're gonna have multiple videos for stuff, so it's gonna be exciting.
Absolutely. Lots of cool spots I could tell you about to make music videos and things. And it's so fun to be in entertainment. Yes, I'm Miss Drug Epidemic and I've done human trafficking and things in movies, but we need artists like you for scenes and films and things of that nature. And it's so important to have a co-partnership with us artists working together. And I so believe in you, Elijah. I'm so here for you anytime that you need a mentor or to call upon. You can reach out to me anytime. If you could give back to one group of people, who would it be and why?
Honestly, I give back to the people that supported me up until this point, and the people that are just now starting to support and embrace me. It's like I feel like basically the core to my the core to my audience, the core to my support. It's like the from family members that let me stay with them in times I needed to producers that have given me songs and advice when I wouldn't have been able to afford a price, but showing me love for whatever reason, and just all kinds of people who supported me up until where I am now, and they made everything possible. And so also,
It's amazing because many people don't realize what goes into a song or an artist's production and how much of a laundry list it can be. If you could give a shout out to people, who would you shout out to?
oh man, well, I have to give my biggest shout out to Dan Green. He's my producer slash engineer in Columbus, and he passed away in 2022. The on his birthday, the day before the new year, he passed away. But I wouldn't be here without Dan Green. He that's where I developed my sound, and that's where I really found my voice at his studio, and that's the first like big real studio I've been to. And so he showed me a lot of love and a lot of support. there's really 100 names. You guys will hear a lot of them, but that's if I had to pick one, that would be the one. Sure.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry for your loss. I understand. I have had so many losses in my life over the past 5 years. It's just, they're all angels in heaven. I can say that.
Yeah.
How would one book you or contact you for future projects?
So you could contact me on my website at Elijah333.com. Probably the fastest response from me would be sending me a DM, mainly on Instagram. If not, contacting me on the website, and I'll connect you with my team, and we could figure out things accordingly. Yeah, Elijah 2Js 333, basically everywhere. Yeah, send me a DM and I'll get with you.
And where are we going to hear your music? Are you going to be
Nice.
on Apple Music and Spotify and those places? Can
Yeah,
you give me the laundry list?
man, it's gonna be on Apple Music, Spotify, Titles, SoundCloud, Pandora. Um, you can pull it up on Shazam. It's gonna be basically anywhere you could picture streaming music. Amazon Music. I think totally. There's all kinds of names I don't even know that are on the list. So you could probably look it up pretty much anywhere when it drops, and it'll be there. But yeah, so releasing everywhere. YouTube, of course. Um, yeah, everywhere.
I know there's going to be good things happening for you in your release. You have a credible future, and we're so here for you anytime you need to talk to us. We're rooting for you. Anything you want to tell your audience that we haven't discussed before we wrap that you may want them to know about you, Elijah?
Well, I say just know that everyone is human. Yeah, I mean, we kind of already talked about this, but that's a point I want to push is that you can really do anything you want to do, and like, I'm, I mean, obviously, like I feel like I'm special myself, but like I'm just a human, I'm just a person at the end of the day. Like anyone you want to meet, like LeBron James or whatever, Beyonce, like everyone's people. I'm a human too, and so we could touch each other, we could talk to each other, we can communicate to each other. It's just 7 degrees of connection, and yeah, we're all here together. And so when you guys become a part of my community and we become a part of each other's community, I want you to know it's like we're family. Basically, we support each other, and we're close.
Yes, and absolutely, Elijah. And I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so excited to work with you in the future. And we are here for you. Anything you need, you drop me a line, and I will be watching for you, and I will be cheering for you as you tour and become larger than life. So proud of you, Elijah, for getting out there and doing this. You're amazing. Appreciate your time. Thanks for joining the Now or Never show. You're welcome back anytime you want. If you have a release you want to talk about or a tour date, just hit me up.
Okay, thank you. Much love for having me.
Thank you, Elijah. Appreciate you. And you have a wonderful, amazing day in California.
And you too. Have a great one.
Thank you.